could wipe out the majority of Israel's population. The rest could be mopped up by ground troops, etc., etc. We're taking Iran very seriously. I have here a news item, dateline February 7th, from Debka File, and it's talking about Operation Bold Alligator 2012. Have you heard about Operation Bold Alligator 2012? Very interesting. 20,000 United States troops are now performing exercises on the United States East Coast, simulating a Persian Gulf land attack in which troops would be landed on the southwestern shores of Iran and would then move inland in a ground occupation of Iran. That, my friend, is war, and we are preparing for it. And I read some 20,000 Marines, seamen, and air crews from half a dozen countries, a U.S. nuclear aircraft carrier strike group, and 3 U.S. Marine gunship carriers are practicing an attack on a fictitious mechanized enemy division which has invaded its neighbor. It is the largest amphibian exercise seen in the West in a decade, staged to simulate a potential Iranian invasion of an allied Persian Gulf country and a marine landing on the Iranian coast. There you go. This is, I think, getting serious. That is to say, we've been talking war in the Gulf of the Persian Gulf. We have been seeing aircraft carrier strike groups move in and out of the region. We've seen Iran carrying on its own war games, and now the United States has Operation Bold Alligator 2012. I don't know where they got that name, but Bold Alligator is designed to launch an offensive on the southwest coast of Iran. Based largely on U.S. personnel and hardware, French, British, Italian, Dutch, Australian, and New Zealand military elements have been integrated into this drill. Bold Alligator went into its operational phase Monday, February 6th, the same day as a large-scale exercise began in southern Iran opposite the Strait of Hormuz. This simultaneity attests to the preparation for a U.S.-Iranian showdown involving Israel. Behind the words of back, if you may remember this, on February 5th, when U.S. President Barack Obama said, quote, "I don't think Israel has decided whether to attack Iran." Now, it's well known that our executive branch is trying to talk Israel out of attacking Iran and saying, in effect, leave it to us, the United States will attack Iran when the time is right. So Bold Alligator is in its operational phase right now, and Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, who is the chief Ayatollah of Iran, reacted to all this by saying, quote, "If the United States attacks Iran, the war itself will be 10 times as detrimental to the U.S. as it will to us." In other words, they're still threatening to hurl nuclear weapons. And some say they have them. Some say they won't have them for a few months. The estimate now has been reduced to 5 months. That is the most distant estimate of when Iran will actually have nuclear weapons has now been reduced to about 5 months. Some say they already have them. I'm one of those who believe they've had them for a while. And so it goes. The exercise, scheduled to end February 14th, a week before the winding up of the Iranian drill, after which the participants are to be shipped out to Persian Gulf positions opposite Iran. And so the United States is now defending the Persian Gulf against Iran. Again, this lines up with Scripture very, very well, and we've talked about this for years, although this is the first time we've been able to link it to an actual newspaper clipping or a news release. In Ezekiel 38:13, in the great Middle Eastern war that's prophesied there, you may recall these words, "Sheba and Dedan and the merchants of Tarshish with all the young lions thereof shall say unto thee, Art thou come to take a spoil? Sheba and Dedan would be the countries from Kuwait on south into the United Arab Emirates. Sheba and Dedan are the ancient occupants of what is today called Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates, Yemen, and Kuwait. And of course, these would be the oil-producing countries that we are protecting with our military forces. To wit, Operation Bold Alligator 2012. In the Bible, Sheba and Dedan are seen to be in league with the merchants of Tarshish, and many times we've said the merchants of Tarshish are the oil producers, and we have very, very ample scriptural evidence for this. Sheba, Dedan, and the merchants of Tarshish, with all the young lions thereof, shall say unto thee, that is the invader, art thou come to take a spoil? Hast thou gathered thy company to take a prey? To gather away silver and gold, to take cattle and goods, and to take great treasure. So here we have the confrontation when the enemy strikes, and we have the merchants of Tarshish allied with Sheba and Dedan. Well, my friends, this is exactly what we're reading about when we read about Operation Bold Alligator 2012. The exercise